Letitia James back at it again.
Yeah.
So back in 2022, they started to sue a bunch of gun companies. PSA was one of them. Bushmaster was another one, and a couple others. But one that stuck out because they're actually having to pay, and now they're full on barred from selling in New York State, is a gun shop. It has nothing to do with any kind of a manufacturing process. It's just a gun shop called Indie Guns. The only manufacturing process that's going on is they were selling the quote unquote parts for ghost guns. So your 80%ers, your jigs, and all that other stuff. They don't outright say what was sold. They just say what their store sold the most of. But they were selling to New York, and just like any shark with blood in the water, they're going to go after whatever's there. It might be day-old blood. It might not even be your blood, but they're still going to bite you no matter what. So unfortunately, Indie Guns was part of the people that got bit, and they have to pay, or they're being sued. They don't have to pay just yet because they have not lost that court case. Is approximately, so it could be probably more or a little less, $7.8 million, only because they happen to sell. It may not have even been ghost. They don't outright say that there were ghost guns or parts for it sold. It's just they happen to sell it, and there happened to been on this paper, on this form, it says $3.9 million were done in profits sold to our state. But they don't outright say that 3.9 million was all of it.
Which that's crazy. I mean, obviously New York is a big state, so that's not, you can't just take that number. What was it? How many did they say they sold in New York State?
3.9 million, but that's again,
just say 4 million. It's not like you just say 4 million times 50.
No, and
it's not like they did 200 million in sales, but it sounds like they can just fucking pay that.
But it says at least 3.9, and it doesn't say in 2021, 22, or 23, all it says is 3.9. So that could be the history of their entire store.
Which when did privately made firearms become illegal?
22?
Was that just in this last?
I think it was just because that's when she started to go after everyone.
Which I mean, that's something that we need to take. We need to team up with FPC. We really need to find someone who's willing to put their name on a lawsuit. We will help fundraise the money for this. But we need someone who's willing to put their name out there and their neck and their livelihood, because we're going to go into this in a little bit about these lists that I guess the Department of Justice federally have started making. Not that they don't already have us on the list,
right.
But we need someone or multiple people who are willing to say that you have a natural-born right to make a firearm. I mean, who is the government to tell you that you cannot make a simple tool?